Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Property Pros Podcast. I am Mark Goldwich.
Peter Laframboy.
We're both public insurance adjusters in Jacksonville, Florida, but we're interested in all things property. Today we've got a great guest for you. It's Paul Herring. He's a franchise owner of 1-800 Board Up. We've known Paul for many years. Paul, first, welcome to the show, and then tell us a little bit about yourself and 1-800 Board Up.
Well, thanks for having me on today, guys. I certainly appreciate the opportunity. 1-800 Board Up is the next level above the American Red Cross. We do a lot of things that the Red Cross does, but we take it a little bit further. We offer that board up service because as a property owner, it's your responsibility to secure your property so vandals can't get in or people can't get in to be able to get hurt on your property, and then now you face an additional type of lawsuit.
So, since we have known each other, I've seen you experience different things, and the board up thing that you're doing now hasn't been very long. Do you want to tell us how it came about and the people that you're working with?
So we toyed with the idea probably about 5 years ago. The territory that was available was in the Lake City community, and that was just a little far for us to travel. So then 2019, the opportunity came up for us again to take half of Jacksonville. So we do from Phillips Highway, which is US 1, all the way to Volano Beach to the east. When that came available, and my wife and I are partners in this business, and we jumped on board right away. And within about 90 days, our phones were turned on, and within 3 days, we had our first board up call. It's really helping people start the process to go through and navigate in a fire loss. There are so many different things you have to deal with that just don't come to mind, from prescription refills that you wouldn't want to take, to food, to your temporary housing while you're going through this recovery process, and working with an adjuster to get you whole again. A lot of people really depend on their insurance company's adjuster, which they're just a mechanism. They're a number, you're a number. They just want to get you paid and get you on down the road. It doesn't matter to them that you've lost everything, because that's what they do every day. To us, it matters.
And I know you said this came about for you in 2019. What were you doing before that? How did you come about gaining all this experience to be able to take on something like this?
So I'm a state certified building contractor. I have multiple IICRC certifications. Been in this industry over 30 years. I was working for another company as a project manager. That's how I met Peter and you guys in the beginning. And then dealing and cleaning up other restoration companies' shortfalls, I decided it was time for us to take this live. I felt we can do a better job. We're a small family company. We're not a big franchise. We're very vested in what we do. The thing that homeowners like, or our clients like, is that when you call, we answer the phone. It doesn't go to voicemail. It could be 10 o'clock at night. I've had them call on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. I made a visit on Christmas Day, just trying to get the homeowner satisfied and taken care of. So with all that experience in our name of our other company that flows from 1-800 Board Up, which is Firehouse Restoration, that's our full service side. We do some water and we do some mold, but we more so are after the fire side of the business. It's a little more navigating, it's a little more labor intensive, but the self-satisfaction to help a homeowner through the process and to get the reviews, it's just fulfilling for us.
The last time I was at your shop, it's been a little while, I've seen you got a machine back there that you can clean some specialty pieces of equipment or china dishes and whatnot. You want to tell the people about this technology that you guys have to clean and restore items?
So we made an investment of ultrasonic cleaning. It's very high tech. It's kind of like a jewelry cleaner on steroids, right? It's all about temperature. It's all about the pH balance in the water, and it's a whole big production system. In fact, the team's in the back right now running contents from packing out earlier today, and we're trying to stay ahead of it. It's a huge investment, but it really does that detailed cleaning of what we're looking for and providing the expectation that our homeowners are expecting through being paid from their insurance company as their stuff is being returned. A lot of it these are family treasures. These are non-replaceable items. It may not have a high monetary value, but it's that personal piece that they can relate to.
You talked a bit about the homeowners that you help and their personal belongings and the family type stuff, residential properties. Do you also do commercial properties? Can you tell us about maybe some large commercial projects you've worked on, or interesting or different projects that you've done?
We haven't done a lot of large commercial. We've done some smaller commercial stuff. In fact, about 2 weeks ago on our 1-800 board up side, we were called to Dunkin' Donuts at 10 o'clock at night because somebody misjudged their brake for their accelerator for their brake pedal and took out a couple panels of glass. So my son and I, who my son works with us, he and I, came in, got the board up trailer, went and boarded those guys up and got them taken care of so they could resume business the next morning.
I'm always curious about the kookier situations that come up, the stranger things that happen along the way. You must have a story or two.
Well, it's real interesting, and we'll kind of play and walk with the fire losses and stuff, So people get out with their lives, depending on the severity of the fire, but regardless, it's very traumatic. And you can expand your imagination, and we found it in homeowners' homes. Some quite embarrassing things that, the staff are very reserved and you try to hold composure. But it's kind of interesting sometimes of what things can be found. You do get some homeowners that, they're semi-hoarders and they don't quite understand what we would call salvageable versus non-salvageable. What's the cost to clean it versus the cost to replace it? So we look at that and make a determination based on our education, based on our experience, and what we feel the insurance company will allow and will pay for. Through the insurance companies and adjusters, they will listen to us when it comes to contents. I haven't had anybody push back and say, well, why aren't you trying to save that? They just take it for what we provide and we're done with it. And the homeowners have a hard time with that sometimes.
Yeah, I've worked on a couple cases with you where we had people that had quite a few things in their home, and even old newspapers, if they are ready for TLC, they are not ready to give up a newspaper from 1997. So there's some unique stuff out there.
and we've gone with that, Peter, and I know which customer you're talking about. We were trying to get some stuff out and I found this box, and one thing you kind of look at is you look at shipping dates on some of these boxes, right? This happened to be from 1996. And I asked the homeowner, what is this? And she says, it's car mats. I'm like, okay. I said, but these are from 1996. And I don't think it's for your current car out there. Can we give these to the donate pile? Nope. I'm going to use these in my car. I'm going to keep them. They'll fit. Not a problem. You don't argue anymore. You just move it on. And so we kind of relocated all of that hoard from one house to another one she bought.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quite interesting. They do not want to get rid of the last little bit of anything.
Yeah, we're into several people, on our end like that as well. And actually, I just came from a place, and interesting woman, and all kinds of memorabilia from her whole life all around the house. It will be a lot of moving things around for them to get the repairs done.
Those are challenges. Those are big challenges to do that.
So I know we've talked about the board up, and we've talked about the fact that you can clean their contents and help take care of those things. Do you guys build stuff too? Because you mentioned you're a licensed contractor.
So once we make contact in the beginning, if it's through 1-800 board up or if it's a referral, we are like I said technically earlier, we're a full service restoration company. We do offer the rebuild service as well. I do project management, as well as I have my son do some of the project management as well, and taking the necessary steps to put the homeowner back together again.
If folks want to reach you now that they know more about what you do, the different kinds of jobs that you take on, and how you're going to care for their property, what's a good way for folks out there to reach you on various media sites?
So you can go to our website. It's firehouserestoration.com. There's an info tab there, I believe. You can email direct from there. We have a toll-free number. It's 1-800-461-7809. We're not a franchise for Firehouse Restoration. That's solely owned by my wife and I. Again, small company. We do maintain a Facebook page. Even though we have a toll-free number, it's just for the convenience of people. That's going to be the best ways to reach out to us. You can also call me direct on my cell, which is 904-716-3946.
Brave man. I don't give out my cell phone number.
Well, I mean, it's, you always get those calls that your car's extended warranty is
Right.
past due, but I never know if it's going to be a homeowner reaching out or something like that. I just answer my phone. It's a pet peeve that I have. Not all of them are ID'd in my phone as to who they are. So I just take that chance. I mean, usually if homeowners are calling us, they need help. We try to get there within an hour's time, especially in the board up business. And we've dealt with a lot of different things on that. We've had a homeowner lose his pet. So we have a cremation service that will do it at no charge. They will come and retrieve the pet. The homeowner has to come in and sign a document, and then the crematorium will reach out to them and for them to come and pick up their pet's ashes.
Wow, that's pretty heartbreaking. Yeah,
it is. We've had a few loss like that, and it is very, very sad. But if I had to say something, if you're a homeowner and you have pets, make sure you know where your pets are at night. Cats will run and hide, and so will dogs. The first thing you're going to do is run under a bed or try to get underneath something. That's where they find 90% of the pets, is underneath something that, and we've been on location where it's still a very active fire scene. The fire department's there, and out they come carrying a dog, and boy, they run over and start putting oxygen on that pet and working that pet just like it's a human, and bring that pet back to life. And that's a very touching moment, especially for the homeowner. They could have been dealt two bad scenarios. First their house has been burned or is on fire, and now they've lost a pet on top of that. But once that happens, it's at least one good check mark in their box that at least they haven't lost, because pets are family members.
Yeah.
And they haven't lost that part of the family.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. I know I've heard of such a thing, but it is sad when you lose an animal, when they could save it even better.
Absolutely.
All right. I think that's it for this episode. Paul, really appreciate your taking the time and sharing some stories with us. Good to have you on. Folks, if you want to find us for future episodes, well, you can find us at Property Pros Podcast on Facebook or YouTube. And until next time, stay safe out there.